Okay, yeah, I think this is good. I got good levels. I got my sweet glasses on here. Yeah. No, this is I just want to do a quick one. Quick one. On characters. Yeah, we just did a read. Tales of the Batman Joker War, the Joker's War. Yeah, I'll start. I already wrote a bunch of things. Yeah, I already wrote them with different hands and different. Well, there's a whole lot that goes into it, but I'll start. Yeah, I did a different Space Commander. See, so I write it. Yeah, and then I go. And a lot of good work's been done on these already. Foresight, hindsight, things like that. Keep a clear focus and clear intention in mind on what we're going to do here today. We're going through each one of these names, and we're gonna see and feel the energy from them. That's what I've been honing in energy work. Apparently, there's people who say energy work and it means something completely different. It doesn't, and we'll get there. Anyways, I went ahead and wrote this one down. Yeah, or Blue wrote this one down. Oh, that's perfect. It's like that. Yeah, you can do it. Ooh, yeah. I'll flip it this way. Oh, good. Yeah. And this one was nice. Yeah, we got all the characters prepared in the story. Characters in the story prepared. And the readers ready to go before I say we because it's like I have all the characters ready to go, and they've already written and talked and everything. So say Blue, where's Blue? In this story, Blue did like expository dialogue mainly, when it would go and stay right around here. Yeah, this is all work for this work. Yeah, the reading's fun, but this is even better. So I got this. Yeah, Ruby, 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 Ruby. What's up? Yeah, Ruby's good for like when there's an action scene in the book or the story or anything I'm doing. But for this one, it's more for the action scene, so you can pump it up, you know? Like, I'm going and I'm gonna grab the thing of sunglasses and put them on my head again. And now they're there. Things like that for this read. That's what I call it, a read. Because it's like I read the story. And, yeah. Ruby. Alright, anyway. And this is a whole other thing we've been working on. It'll be coming out soon. On Julian Ruby Rose. Yeah, you know, I wrote this one. It's nice. I never do it the same way twice. So it's like every single one is like its own thing. Yeah. A lot of people do these signs. Nobody does these signs right now. Oh, these signs like a signature. And does that make sense? Yeah. I never do mine the same way twice. And nobody has to. You can. I like to say, even if you tried to, there's no way you could duplicate that exact thing twice. That's insane to think that I could make those exact paint stripes the exact same way and those lines the exact same way twice. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like every bit of paint was made from a pigment, maybe from a flower, crunched up. What season was it when that flower was grown? What was in the soil? Those all change what color it is. Even the dyes. Inconsistencies everywhere. Like the most pure dye right now is like an 89% dye. Think about that. And it mixes together and it's like swirled together, if that makes sense. And then that's the paint. And then you dip your brush in the paint and you get, there's no way it could be the exact same dip of brush. We won't even do bristles, because the bristles at the end of the brush are always different. Every time the brush makes a stroke, those bristles are going to change, you know? So there's no way you could duplicate this again. I could try and do the exact, I could do the same sign, but you see what I mean? It'd be different each time, even if it was. Anyway, yeah. And so then I went through the story one by one, and this was a fun one, because we went through the story, and I started, because it starts with Alfred, right? So I wrote Alfred as Alfred wrote Alfred as Alfred, and there's Alfred, right? And you're like, yeah, what's the second one? So this was like a thing for character arc, character transition throughout the story. So that's Alfred at the beginning of the story, that one. And then by the end of the story, that's how Alfred signs his name. Does that make sense? So that's how I did this one. So it's like Space Commander, but it's like, That's your servant. Yes. It was nice to experience being able to find myself in this world of, well, I believe it was 1940s Germany. Yeah. So I'm the reader, so I can like chime in on top. Yeah. And then this is Alfred at the end of the story. Yeah. The weather's pleasant. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, that's a totally different Alfred than the first one. So that's the first character in the story. I don't know if we got all of them, but we got a majority of them. And it's fun to write them down so I can show this. However, it's fun to write. Yeah, you'll see. So this one's interesting because it doesn't look like much. Herr Simmons in the story. But that's at the beginning and that's at the end. But if you look like I look, those are very different. Yeah, the second one's almost scribbled. In the first one, he really... Yeah, so let's see this. This is good because this is that's Herr Simmons at the beginning of the story. The character is ready to respond, and so when I'm standing here, yeah, what to respond to. Okay. It's a lovely day. The bees are out. Yeah. Good day, good day. The sky's blue. It seems gray. It seems a mild gray, but it's blue. Breezy. There's a bit of a breeze. A bit. It's a slight breeze. Very slight. That was good. So that's Harry Simmons at the end. He's able to speak and vocalize the world around. So at the beginning, Harry Simmons, you notice, is Herr Joker, so good to see you. That's what he says. Yeah, he's waiting for somebody to arrive, and so okay. And so then, right, two different Jokers. The Joker. That's all you hear. When you listen to an audiobook, you hear him say that. He said. It's one of those, the Joker. Yeah. All right, anyway. So it's like, boom. There's two of them. At the beginning, that's a lot different Joker. Yeah. It's, there's some haze. They're saying it's smoke from a fire. It feels like a haze. Feels hazy. Morose. Somber. And then, see how they change. See the first one is like on the line, boom, the Joker. And the second one is off the line, and the end of the R, like does the thing instead of the swipe thing. And they've added a smile. There. Hopefully it's not too windy. It's fine. Okay, I'll just keep going. Smoke. My American Spirit. American Spirit Green. Organic tobacco. Organic menthol. Okay. Now, spread the light. Flick my dick. So, we're here, and there was a big change in the Jokers between the first Joker and the second Joker. The first Joker, and when I say the first Joker, that's the Joker at the beginning of this story. It's a pleasant day, and I feel like and then you change it at the second one where I don't know anyone named Batman. Oh, and I wrote it at the, I should have used, no, I like the other one. Tales of the Batman, the Joker's War, as read by Julian Ruby Rose. Perfect. Now, the next character was tricky because I was reading at the time as Lisa, right now, Lisa Montgrenavia. Audiobook speaker. I like that title. But I switched to Julian's voice, which is excuse me, this wind is blowing it away. It's like a masculine, Julian is more of a masculine voice for the modern world, blending in. Yeah. And Lisa is more concerned with what I'm concerned with. Yeah. So, Baroness Petra here was tricky because that was Julian. I had to switch. Yeah, we switched to Julian. So it's like it was Julian doing Baroness Petra. Does that make sense? Because I could have done the Baroness Petra just fine. But it was a creative choice to think it was fun to have Julian do the Baroness Petra's voice. Because it gave it a different feel. As all the male voices to that point had been being played by Lisa. Right. So it was like I wanted a masculine voice in there. And what better way to put a masculine voice in as the female character, right? Pretty cool. The Baroness Petra changes during this story. From the beginning, and the character arc goes to the end, where that would be how Baroness Petra, yes, that's how I write my name. By the end of this story, by the end of this moment in my life, things changed. The war changed everyone. Like this. I had a few more. I don't want to go through all of them, but that's an idea. Yeah, you have to get everything prepared for these reads. Tales of the Batman, the Joker's War, as read by Julian Ruby Rose. I'm gonna fix this right now. Everybody can see. And never written with one of these pens. Yeah, that looks cool. Yes, thank you. Tales of the Batman, the Joker's War, as read by Julian Ruby Rose and Lisa Montgrenavia. Yeah, I thought that was cool. It was like, I think that showed everything. Yeah, I think it showed everything that I was doing during the entire recording. And I did listen to the recording. I haven't listened to all of them sequentially yet, but I will. And when I do, I think that I think I'll see that it was good. It was, as the artist, you never feel like it's going to be a smooth product. But upon listening to other audiobook projects, I find that it is cohesive enough and a finished product. After I edit those pieces together, yeah, that should be simple. The next one is already in the works. It's very fun, and yeah, it will be very fun. Mm-hmm. Oh, you already did the museum piece, and that introduced a whole new array of speaking characters. Yes, many of these characters were like Herr Simmons. When I write them down and they don't speak and they can't hear anything. Excuse the Afrikaan. They don't hear a thing. All they are doing is awaiting for an event to happen. The character in the story, yeah. And so they don't speak and they don't hear anything. They are just Herr Simmons. Herr Simmons, at the beginning of this Zorko's War, Tales of the Batman, is Herr Simmons is just starting, awaiting the Joker's arrival. That's Herr Simmons' purpose, yeah. Is it the bad Fleischstein's ball? Where that's, and he always, my assumption is that he's done this for a long time. He wakes up in the morning and someone has left a name. One of the maids has left a name for him, and that is who he will be awaiting their arrival. And Herr Simmons stands, and I think about, does he eat breakfast before this? No. No, Herr Simmons does not eat until after the Joker arrives and is settled. And it's things like this I'm able to glean from these stories and soak in. It makes me think maybe these are the purpose of the stories, the words, the written word, and the text, to wax on. But yeah, that was cool. That's the kind of stuff I'm gonna be doing. This is the show. This is it, and I'm like, it's good. It's good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling fancy free. I'm feeling on top of the world. And the world is me. I think they heard me. Good. That was more than good.